Hello and welcome to Whyspace.
Hello, folks. Look at us, 2 weeks in a row recording.
Oh, it's like
Who'd have
we're back
thought?
to normal. S. Welcome to episode 111. And I did go back and check. I'm pretty sure I'm on the right number
Yes, you are.
because I just want to start the episode off with telling you guys if you're not following us on social media, you definitely should. Because like this week we had some breaking news that we're going to address in Taylor Talk.
Yep,
We were on it on our stories.
we
But
sure
I
were.
also today had to take a little flight and I caught our TikTok up.
Yeah, you did. I was so proud of you when I saw that.
I mean, it's pretty basic, but it just means it's caught up and means going forward, I can really entertain
Yes.
you all there as well. So you should follow us TikTok, Instagram. We have a Facebook. We don't really care what you do there. You read
Listen,
Substack. We don't care what you do there either. But we're in all the places.
I get notifications on my personal Facebook that there's like new viewers or new
Yeah.
followers on our Whyspace
Yeah.
Facebook. Guys, I can't figure it out. I can't
Becca
find
really struggles why y'all care. Let's be honest.
listen. Catch me
Yeah.
on Instagram. That's where I
Yeah, Facebook, listen, we set it up because somebody told us to. It's probably the right thing, maybe. I don't know. But we're just really Instagram is really where we live, though you all live in our TikTok, so we don't understand.
I watch TikTok all the time. I just don't post much.
Same. Yeah, and I never follow anyone there. I won't say never, but welcome to episode 111. We've got
Yes,
fun things to talk about today.
we
Um,
do. I do have one thing before we start on like our normal agenda that I think we
okay.
should discuss. And also, I'm going to need the people that listen to also weigh in on one of our socials. The in-flight drink situation.
Oh, you don't agree. I can already
I
tell.
saw yours today and instantly judged.
Okay, so here's the thing, y'all. Started a new job about three weeks ago now, yeah? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So 3 weeks ago I had to go to St. Louis, Becca's old home area. And then last week I had to go to Chicago, my old home area. And today I arrived in the metropolis of Detroit. Um, so it's a thing. But so what I order, the little lady comes around in the cart, or gentleman,
Hmm.
comes around in the cart. What do you want? So I always say I want Bloody Mary mix, not a Bloody Mary. Well, it depends on who I'm traveling with, but not for work. Um, just the Bloody Mary mix and the little biscotti cookies. Now, Becca apparently has a problem with this.
It's like you're drinking straight tomatoes on a plane. I
I,
just don't know why you would do that to yourself. And the smell.
oh, I never thought. The guy next to me had tomato juice.
Well, listen, I'm going to judge him too.
Well, I didn't even smell his either, though. I never even thought about the smell.
No, planes are for Sprite and cranberry juice only, ever.
Oh, now if you spill, well, I don't know about that. Yeah, maybe we're gonna put a poll up. I'm trying to be
I,
more active on the socials. Because I've actually had several people tell me, because I always used to think it was weird that I ordered that, and now I'm having
it
that
is.
complex again. But I've said to many a flight, what are you supposed to call them now? Attendants? Like, sorry if this is weird, but can I get, this Bloody Mary mix? And they're like, oh, that's not weird. People order it all the time. So maybe it's you.
I don't think it is.
I guess we should
It,
also address one small fact. So I have to, because she could be a little jittery today. I don't know. So
your
when I,
husband just messaged me.
okay, well, so here's the thing. When I fly, I had a little incident flying, 19 years ago now, which is crazy. And I don't like to go into the details of it because, listen, I haven't been to enough therapy to not remember what happened, but had a little flight issue, and I didn't fly again for 15 years.
Jeez.
But, um, but if I was to share all the details, I think it would make sense. But anyway, so now I fly, but I do take some medication.
Uh-huh.
And of course, I don't ever think it's enough. And so I take my medication and I just throw in some Benadryl for fun. And then to top it all off, last night I could not sleep. I don't know why. And my flight this morning was early, so I took my first flight. Where we live now at the beach, you can only go anywhere by going to Charlotte first. So you have this stupid 35-minute flight. Well, I didn't even get my beverage on that flight because they don't even offer it. It's so short. But I was out cold. So great. Then I get to the Charlotte airport and I have to catch the flight to Detroit. Well, I was also having some tummy issues, just to be real honest. And so I decided to take some Imodium AD, which comes in all shapes and sizes. Mine, however,
the skies here.
yeah, seriously, my bag's a whole clinic. But the one that I have is a very small blue pill. However, also the medicine I take to fly is a small blue pill. And I was in a hurry because I only had, I think, less than 20 minutes from like gate to gate, like boarding.
Yeah.
Not just like get to your gate, like boarding. So I grabbed it really fast and took it. And then I was like, wow, I'm getting increasingly sleepy. Turns out I actually took the other. So I still had tummy issues. But so by the time I got on that second flight, I was done for. Ordered my tomato juice or my Zing Zang, and I went to sleep. And then I got here and realized I had a 45-minute drive to my hotel with the Uber lady from hell who wouldn't quit asking questions. So I slept on that, and then I got back here to the hotel, and I was like, okay, I got to lay it down for a minute because I knew I had to record with Becca. I wanted to work on something for work, and I just honestly could not even keep my eyes open. I set an alarm just to be up in time. Yeah. Apparently I turned that off. I even had my ringer on because I was like, somebody needs me and I'm traveling, whatever. Becca even called. I didn't know. And so I woke up just a mere bit ago and was like, you know what time it is? Like, oh crap. But then I'll let you tell Becca's side of the story.
So listen, Mandy did not get on at our originally agreed to record time, which is not like her to not get on, or at least not text me before I
Yeah.
a few minutes late, whatever.
Yeah.
So she doesn't get on, and I'm like, okay, not a big deal. She's traveling. Maybe something came up trying to get to baggage hotel, whatever. So I don't think anything of it, but I'm texting. But she's not, I can tell when she reads it, she's not reading any of them. I'm like, okay. Then I look back and I'm like, the last time she responded was 1:39 p.m.
Which I was in flight when that happened. Or maybe I had landed. I can't remember.
You should have just landed then. So then I was like, okay, so she landed. She's not reading my text. She's not responding to anything. She didn't get on. This is not like her. So then finally I called her because we know that I escalate to absolutely
quickly. Yeah.
The phone, which was a good sign that it wasn't like straight to voicemail as if your kidnapper had just smashed it and thrown it into a ditch somewhere.
Of course he would have, yeah. Uh-huh.
She still has the phone with her.
Yeah.
I'm getting nothing. So I'm like, okay, don't panic. But I'm like, should I get a hold of Aaron? But I don't want to panic him either because I'm like, we shouldn't both have heart palpitations. This is ridiculous.
It's a lot for everyone. Yeah.
So finally, I work up the courage to get him to panic too, and I message him.
Yeah.
He doesn't respond either, which I'm like, he's got kids. He's busy. He's probably not getting on to check this.
Yeah.
Finally, as soon as I hit send, you text me and you're like, oh my gosh, I fell asleep. And I was like, girl, I'm thinking I have to get Dateline. I'm thinking I got to fly to where you are, put up missing posters.
And he was scared to text me because, as we have already been worried about for many years now, that our texting conversations could become public knowledge. Honestly, there have been several things that I have, since we've really gotten into the true crime documentaries, there's a lot of times that I'm like, I'm not going to put that in text because you just never know.
Never. Yeah. So as I'm texting you, then my thoughts were, am I texting her too much to where I look, like I might be a problem here? Or am I texting her enough that it's like, no, she was a concerned friend. But then I was like, well, my phone data would show that I'm pinging in San Antonio. It was a lot. It was a lot to deal with.
But all I have to say,
we're good.
Live
I
and well
have
here.
Aaron's cell phone number just in case this happens again.
It's probably safest. But yeah, we're here in the metropolis of Detroit. Listen, I'm a little confused. I am not in proper Detroit. I've learned a lot already today. I'm in a place called Birmingham, which is honestly the cutest thing I've ever seen. So I'm very confused of all the negative publicity around Detroit, but this isn't 8 miles, so I don't know.
That's fair.
I also have one complaint just before we get started. I just went downstairs to get a drink because I'm parched after
Mm-hmm.
dying, basically. And they had a zero sugar, what I thought was ginger ale. And, I've been on that kick.
Yeah. Zero sugar's never the right
This
option.
is zero sugar ginger soda.
Oh.
That's different, folks. Anyway,
Nope.
luckily we don't have to talk about the case of my being missing, but
Yeah. No.
let's kick off with what legal updates do you have for us?
Well, I really don't have any right now
Nothing?
because no,
Rebecca
I'm not
Baker
following
Esquire?
anything. I know. There's one, and I can't think of the names. I should have tried to pull it beforehand. There was a teen that stabbed to death another teen at a school event, track event, and
Oh, yeah. Real
And I
cute
know,
boy, and died in his twin's arms.
yes.
Terrible.
So the trial has started really right now. They're just doing the jurors. They're trying to get jurors. So
Yeah.
I anticipate that I'll probably start in another week or two.
Mhm.
So once that goes, I'm sure that I'll watch it. I don't think that's going to be a long trial. It was a
Well,
quick
I
event.
guess as your paralegal, I'll have to fill in and bring up a few topics.
Thank you so much.
Number one, Miss Blake Lively is back in court this week with Justin Baldoni. And this time,
For
the way
what?
I read it, it is him this time, the way I read it, because she needs some help with her legal bills.
Oh, she is poor.
So she's asking for a whole lot of money. And the way I read it, unless, Becca really is our legal expert, but the way I read it, she's asking for it from him.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, girl.
Yeah, so apparently I read too, and I should really have a lot more information on this, but it's probably more than some of you have anyway, based on your lines of questioning. I can tell y'all don't really know what you're talking about, but apparently there's some law that was passed about like if you falsely accuse someone, it could be damaging to their career, but then usually there's not punishment for you, and there
Yeah.
really should be. So I read that the woman that actually did get a bill passed to do somewhat of a legal ramification towards people with false accusations has actually come out against Blake, saying, don't use my bill as your way of getting your legal fees paid when basically you're crazy kind of thing.
Yeah, it says her lawyers are arguing that it should be thrown out because his defamation case was dismissed. So I guess she's wanting her legal fees from that piece. But
Yeah.
girl, it's all tied together.
Well, I mean, listen,
Merciful.
I don't know. I just can we stop?
Right? Are you not? I think she truly doesn't understand. Like, bro, you've done enough damage. I think she truly thinks she won in her head. But she
Yeah,
has come out unscathed. I
Oh,
mean, her
God.
lawyers sure do, given the statement they made after the whole thing went, got put to rest.
I'm also having to upload my ID into something as we speak. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is, and if you didn't, first of all, I'm going to be mad, but second of all, not surprised. Did you watch The Crash on Netflix?
I started it, and then I started binging another show, and I didn't finish.
Well, of course. So here's the thing. This is the Mackenzie
Shrilla.
Shrilla.
She's the
sorry,
one
go.
that drove her car. She had her boyfriend and her boyfriend's friend in the car. She drove like 100 miles an hour into a brick wall or embankment, killed both of
Yeah,
them.
so if you
Somehow she
watch,
comes out unscathed. That's
yeah,
what
I mean, she had some bumps and bruises, but in the grand scheme of things, when they were cut in half,
Yeah.
So this whole thing, I knew Becca wouldn't have watched it, but a lot has come out this week because, well, and I was actually reading some more stuff on the plane, again, being careful with your text messages,
Mhm.
days leading up to this accident worth of text messages that are very incoherent. These children do not know how to talk.
Or spell.
That is all available to read on the internet now.
Yeah.
Which is just petrifying, but also the state of the youth of America is terrifying. So their conversations, I will have to say, confuse me. Like, I still have my stance as to what I think happened, but I will say that Dom, who was her boyfriend, his correspondence leading up to this accident does give me pause about him.
Well, I mean, they weren't good people.
No, I mean, they weren't. I mean, listen,
But
if you
she had
want to,
also done like a dry run of this a couple of days before.
well, but he referenced, this is what throws me. In the text messages, he references something like this happening. And he
Interesting.
also references multiple times about wanting to himself.
Listen, there was so many issues with all of them.
So I don't know. It's got me very perplexed. I really am frustrated, of course, that you haven't watched it, but yet
I
not
would tell you
fully.
I'm going to watch it tonight, but I'm not. I'm going to be watching the basketball game.
I know you're not.
I'll catch
I'm
it. I
glad we could
promise I
record
will
before
watch
the
it.
horn honking begins. But
Lord
there's a
bless.
lot to this case too. And the other thing that came out this week was kind of a record of like everything she's gotten in trouble for while in jail. And it is like
It's wild.
multi pages. And I mean like not just like, oh, you were rude. I mean
Uh-huh.
like
It's
some
her,
sexual,
yeah.
it was like real weird.
Yeah. Listen, I think it's just in general for the best that she just is in prison for the rest of her life.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean,
We don't need her out roaming the streets, walking around.
I'm so sorry. I had to do something for someone on the internet and it's taking me a wee bit of a time here. Okay. Anyway, so that's my contribution to the legal thing. If you are not following this thing, it's not still in the trial. I mean, I think she's
No.
appealing. Her dad has been placed on leave from his job
As well, he
based on
should.
the documentary, and I don't think it's because of what his daughter did. It's because he's crazy.
Yeah. The things that he has said are just, they're inside thoughts. And I understand you're going to think that your daughter is innocent. I absolutely understand that. But there are just statements that just don't need to be made in a documentary. And just in general, the way that he spoke, I'm like, you just don't sound like you're a professional outside of this.
No, no. Okay, well, in something that I do know Becca is closely following, and we have,
Yes.
I mean, honestly, what I would say, some really exciting news in the entertainment
Yes.
world. The Los Angeles mayor's race concluded last night, and we are going to a runoff.
We sure are. Which I think we should have suspected that that was going to happen since they had three highly publicized candidates. So you knew that third one, she was just going to take votes away, so it would have to go to a runoff. But Karen Bass and Spencer Pratt will be moving to the runoff election that will be in November. So he's got like 5 more months to be out there campaigning. And you know Karen Bass is just dreading it.
Well,
'Cause
and you know, he's
her.
willing to debate again, and here's what I'm gonna tell you. I bet she's not.
100% because he was so good. Here's the reason he's so good is because he's not a politician and he's just straight saying the facts
Yeah.
that he knows, but also he's talking about the things that people actually care about. I don't care about all of these crazy, outlandish things. I care about how much money I'm making, where my money is going, the potholes in the road. I care about all these naked druggies walking around the street when me and my kids and my family are trying to walk around. Like, he's just running on common sense, which we have not had in a long time.
Well, and I mean, let's be real honest. It's wild that we're saying that Spencer Pratt, of all people, is running on common sense. Like,
And
what
he
world
doesn't look
is-
like a fool. Do you know what I mean? Like, some
He looks
celebrities
like-
will try and run for stuff, and you're like, you got to stop.
No,
But
it's
he's
like
actually
legit.
like legit.
Yeah. My friend Stephanie, who's been on the show, she lives in LA. I guess she probably voted early because knowing her, she wouldn't miss an election. But she's actually guest for being a professor at Yale right now, as you do.
As you do.
And she is like, oh, there's no way he's going to win. She's so convinced. But then I haven't gotten to talk to her today since they've led to a runoff. So I don't know. So what will happen? There were 3 candidates. This is again the problem when you have a third party. But anywho, So those votes will be disseminated, right, in
Yep.
November. It will go between Karen and Spencer, and it's really just as to who gets more of them at this point. But honestly, he was not far off.
I think Karen Bass had like 31% and he had like 28%, something around there. So they're pretty close. So
Uh,
that third candidate, whoever voted for her, it'll be interesting to see how those votes split. It's also interesting to me how many people are going to show up to a runoff election.
well, a lot of times people don't because they're typically at a weird time, like it'll be like a random June. But this being in November when there's a lot of other big elections in that
True.
time period, I kind of think they'll have, and it's California, there's a lot of people to vote. I think they'll have a pretty good turnout. I thought it was really,
California doesn't do voter ID, correct? You and I
well,
could maybe
surely
take a
not.
trip
I
and
mean,
let's go vote.
sure. But I did think it was so fun. I saw a few pictures today on the plane from his after party.
Yes.
Brody Jenner was there, Frankie Delgado, like all the
Yeah.
guys from back in the day. No Lauren Conrad, which I don't foresee
Well,
happening.
yeah.
But and Heidi was in like this little white
I
business
loved it
suit.
so much. I was like, girl, play the part. Yes.
I was like, she was ready for this life. Like,
Yep.
um,
Yeah.
so that is exciting news for us. We'll keep following it through November. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
Okay, so I found this today, and I don't know if I've sprung this on you, meaning that you didn't see it in the notes, because I found it when I was on the plane today. Apparently we are now getting a Shania Twain biopic, as a lot of you say. Now, where we're from, we say biopic.
Biopic.
It's a biopic for a lot of you people, which makes me think of a bio break, but okay. Anyway, I'm pretty sure like anybody can get one, but Shania does have a pretty interesting story in that
She really does.
she and her husband were splitting up because he had an affair with her best friend, and now she's married to the ex-best friend's husband. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
But I was just curious. Previously we did some casting for the biopic, whatever, of Britney Spears, and you were very against my picks. And so I thought that I would try again here, and I was curious as to who you think Mike should play Shania.
I don't even know. 'Cause see, I try and go off of looks, but I think for this one, you got to have somebody that could play like a legit singer, like that you can't tell
Yeah,
that
like
they're
that's gonna
just
actually be able to
mouthing it.
sing. Yeah, I was like, I can't even imagine who we're gonna come up with. I feel like it's gonna be like a nobody that like kind of like those people on TikTok who can like flat out sing that you've never heard
But
of.
also, I feel like that's not going to draw as much. Like, you might need somebody more like a Kaya Gerber or Evangeline Lilly.
Oh, now Kaya Gerber from looks alone, I would completely agree with.
Yeah.
Um,
But who do you have? Let's judge you for a second here.
of course. Ew. Okay, now you're gonna have to imagine a few things with me. First of all, you're gonna have to imagine that she grows her hair back out.
Okay.
And you're gonna have to imagine that she eats a cheeseburger.
Look, because she needs to, and maybe not so much filler.
Yeah. But maybe Gracie Abrams.
I could see Gracie doing like the younger years for her. I don't think you can make Gracie look mature. She just
Yeah.
has such a young face.
Yeah. Other than that though, like I was trying to think, because again, I try to go with like the singer, and I got nothing. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I feel like it's gonna be a flop.
Yeah, I don't like her. She's doing really great in Vegas right now. It seems weird because she's, trying to pull off the younger
Mom
outfit.
saw her in Vegas.
Who did?
My mom did before she passed.
Oh, wow.
Brought me a little shot glass of a horse. That it was like the shape of a horse. Says Shania. What am I going to
Okay.
do with that? I don't know. Thing.
I don't know. I think you're right. I think it's one of those where it's like, maybe if you put it on a streaming service, maybe. I don't know.
It's going to be at the Tribeca Film Festival. I don't know. Something. But
Yeah.
anyway, I just wanted to bring it up.
Okay.
But now to probably the most exciting news of the week. And honestly, the most vindication I've had in a solid probably 3 years.
That's
Um,
fair.
it was announced this week that Taylor Swift is in fact involved with Toy Story 5
Hmm.
and has written a original country song that is actually coming out on, well, at like
Friday.
midnight tomorrow night, Friday morning, called I Knew You. I get real turned around with the title because, and yes, in the comments, I have seen that it is very similar to a song title that Gracie Abrams has. Um, isn't it called I Knew You?
I knew it. I knew you.
Yeah. And in super exciting news, not just that she's involved, Jack Antonoff is back on the scene.
Yep. Yep.
And my heart needed that. But I also have seen the questions in the inbox on it looks like the photo shoot was from 2023 because some of you are crazy enough to know what ear piercings she has had post August of 2023. And I got to tell you
That's
that I blocked
wild.
you. If you're still listening, I blocked you because I was like, that is creepy.
Manny.
Like, I felt uncomfortable with the amount that you knew.
Oh my
But of
gosh.
course, my algorithm took over and showed me that, yeah, I mean, it does look like a while ago. I mean, and that stuff takes years to do. So, a
Yeah.
couple
I
of
mean
things with
that
that, though. She didn't steal Gracie's song title. Like, God,
bless it.
we people, calm down. But also, like, I mean, we know that she and Jack are still friends because he did his interview, and so that helped me. But as far as working together, this was a while
Yeah.
ago. But what I want to know from you is what do you think the theme of the song is?
I think it's gotta have something to do with like it's been a minute since I've watched any of the Toy Stories. But I think it's going to be somewhere towards the end of the movie where like the older kid who's maybe the adult now
Mm-hmm.
comes to find like one of the toys or something, or like their kid playing with the toy,
Mm-hmm.
and they start reminiscing about when they were younger. It's got to be something like that.
Well, there's been a lot of commentary harkening back to Taylor's New York Times songwriter interview where she basically explains
Yes.
the way she does a story arc. And honestly, I'm buying into
Makes
this
sense.
too because the way she broke down how she does a song to get to the choruses and the bridges and all of that um was a very specific storyline. And we've seen her
Yes.
do that before and it did turn into a song. And it basically what she this is definitely paraphrasing because clearly I'm not as eloquent, but um essentially it's like a little girl and her mom's trying to tell her stuff because she understands what's going to happen in life, and then the kind of arc changes, the girl gets older and starts to see the mom was right, and then kind of in the end full circle, like I guess maybe she becomes the mom kind of thing. And
Yeah.
um I definitely am, that's where I'm at.
The most
That's
sense, I feel.
because I think she, I mean, again, now what I will say is I do believe this is vindication for those of us who do fall for Easter eggs. Um, I will say Mr. Travis Kelsey is so into the Easter eggs. I think it is like the most fun part of his life now because
Yeah.
apparently even on New Heights he was dropping, they said something about Randy Newman, who typically does the music for Toy Story. They said something about the Toy Story Nike Dunks. Like, it's come
Interesting.
up a lot.
Yeah.
So, um, but however, it is now fueling the fire of Easter egging amuck again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not there, but I am super excited for the song to come out. Again, I mentioned this last week, though. If this wins an Oscar, we're even closer on the EGOT.
That's true. Which
So,
I think at that point, that's got to be your next goal in life.
has
Let's
to
just
be.
finish out the
Because what
EGOT.
else could you do?
Right.
But also, I saw a statistic, and I don't know if this is true. I do know background research, but and I fall for everything. But I saw that no Toy Story song nominated for an Oscar for like best, motion picture original song has ever lost the Oscar.
Interesting.
Now Taylor's written quite a few, a hand like 6, 7
Yeah.
different songs, been nominated for the Oscars, but never won. So just saying, could be the time. But it's super exciting for us. We have
Yes.
had a lot of questions in the inbox, specifically yesterday and today. So I don't know if like I missed it, but I mean everybody's kind of in their hullabaloo on who's like got an invite, who's not got an invite. I guess Benson Boone
Confirmed that he
yes,
was going.
confirmed he was going. Um, there's rumors now that former friends who were also at the Eras Tour in LA with me, if you know what I mean,
Mhm.
have gotten an invite, which
I just don't believe that.
that's a wild,
Yeah.
wild accusation. There's been a lot of talk about some people who we used to be friends with who buy opal rings, if you know who else I mean, that may not be getting invited. So
As well, they should not be. You know what I mean?
it's too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We will see. Again, we know nothing. We don't know when it's happening.
No.
I do want to ask you a question, and this is a bit speculative, but I just want to ask where your heart is with this right now.
Okay.
Because everyone and their mother is convinced it's July 3rd in New York.
Yeah.
Where are you with that theory?
I mean, why not?
Okay.
Only because why would we extend it? Because if you don't do it in July, it's not going to be until next year. And I just
So
don't see them
June
waiting that
is
long.
getting real busy for them because first of all, we've got the next week on the 11th, she's getting inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, which we know she's
Yes.
going to be at, which I can't wait.
Real excited.
We got that. And then we have the premiere of Toy Story, which there's a lot of rumors that they will be at that. I could see that too.
Could
We
too.
have Tight End You.
That's right.
Yeah, this is all in June. So I feel like June's getting real full.
Yep.
And if he wouldn't have to report for like till like middle to late July,
That's
I mean,
true.
it's either that or it's got to happen like honestly, I feel like it's too late already to happen in June for a
Yeah.
honey, you know,
Right. I just don't.
or
I
it's
just don't
already
see them
happened.
pushing it off. And I really think we're going to get a people exclusive with the photos. I really think she's going to do something
Yeah.
similar to Selena. And
We've
then
had a
we'll
couple.
get Ed on a podcast or in a magazine, and he'll give us the inside
Yeah.
scoop.
We've had some people in the questions being like, I can't see it being New York. And honestly, when I first heard it, I was kind of the same way, like, oh, that seems way off. But then I've seen more about how you really can, if you try, you can move around New York without being
100%.
caught necessarily. But, you
And
know, the
seeing
thing about
celebrities there is not out of the norm.
it wouldn't be weird if they were all in town. Most of them live there, or quite a few of them live there, or they're recording there or filming. And honestly, it makes way more sense to me than getting married at her Rhode Island house because there's no way you could keep the paparazzi away from the beach or the
The
sky.
thing is, we gotta put Donna Kelsey on a private jet because for some reason she's the one that we always see pictures at getting on a
Yeah.
Southwest flight.
And listen, I've been flying everywhere lately. Maybe that's the problem, though. We don't get Southwest where I'm at. Because I
Wow.
thought I saw somebody famous today. Becca shot me down. She said it was trash.
Listen,
You didn't think it looked like him?
I mean, it looked like a bald guy, but the
I
back
thought I
of
saw
the
Tony
head,
Dungy on my flight today. Becca
it could have
swears it
been,
wasn't him.
it
I
could
don't
have
know.
been any black man with no hair. Like it's just,
Ears, too. Like, he's got those ears. I don't
I think
know.
it's because you've been on so many flights lately and have not run into a celebrity, which is very odd for you. That right now we're really stretching.
It's really odd that I've even been stepped foot in an airport and not seen someone famous
Yeah,
because that
it's like
never
your
happened
thing.
for me. Yeah. So, and next week I go to Dallas, so maybe, but then I go to Chihuahua, Mexico.
You ain't seen anybody in
And
Chihuahua.
no, maybe the cartel, but that's when Becca should really get concerned, probably.
It's true.
But that's what we've got in Taylor Talk, which is it's big news, and I just didn't know. I was gonna just double check with you. Did you feel like maybe you owed me an apology on this one?
No.
No. Okay.
No. I don't think I ever swerve into that lane.
Okay, yeah. It felt like a broad stroke, but I thought I'd just try.
No,
Just
I
try.
appreciate you asking.
Yeah. Well, so we'll move on. But speaking of Taylor and Travis and Jason are now published authors.
Are they though?
Well, it's the No Dumb Questions book has come out. It's a coffee table book, which I do love a coffee table book.
Yeah.
Um, I'm
I
I'm a
think
little
they're swerving
saddened
into
though because
Taylor Swift
remember,
merch. I don't love it.
well, listen, remember how that one time they answered my question on the show?
I do. Do you think it's going to be in the book? It's got to be in the book. That was a
You
great
think?
question.
But see,
Yes.
I don't know because I feel like shouldn't they have told me?
No.
Oh, well, okay.
It'll be a surprise.
Um, so I'm gonna have to get it just to check. But yeah, so they're published authors now. So Travis is really he's running and gunning. He's buying part of the Cleveland Guardians. He's making books.
I
He's
tell
got
you
a
what,
film coming out in the Tribeca Film Festival.
he knows how to invest. That's for sure. Or he
So
knows
don't
how to
call it.
surround himself with people who are telling him what to invest
I
in.
was gonna say, don't call that man dumb. He's at least a
Yeah.
good judge of character. But we do have some sports news for you, quite a bit. We've had some actually major NFL news
Yeah.
this week, in my opinion. And I'm gonna skip to the second level, but Myles Garrett got traded to the LA Rams. And first of all, I felt like this came out of nowhere because though every year there's like this when they get bombed out and depleted as usual, like, oh my gosh, he's wasting his career. He gets frustrated, but then he recommits himself to
Well,
Cleveland, and
because
he's
of
all
the
about it.
dollars.
And now he's going to the Rams. And honestly, that's terrifying. They are
100%.
really stacked. Really
Well,
stacked.
and I thought as soon as I saw that, I was excited for him because he's towards the end of his career and he's never really gotten to play for a team that has a shot. You know what I mean?
Well, I did see a meme that was like him shaking hands with Matthew Stafford, and Matthew Stafford, this was a meme. It wasn't really what Matthew said, but Matthew's like, "Hey, I'm a quarterback, or I'm the quarterback." And he goes, "Oh, never heard of one." And I was like, but yet sadly they have like 25 on roster.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's that.
But you know that
Um,
he was strictly going just to be a competitor because the amount of taxes that they are taking out,
oh my
he's not
gosh, I
making
saw it.
as now he's still making a pretty penny,
What?
but not near what that contract says.
Yeah, it's like literally over half of it is going to taxes because it's California, which is wild.
I think his contract is like 170 something million, but his take home after all the taxes and the agent fees, it was 78 million, which
Which
is still
again,
nice.
yeah, it's, a
But
lot of money.
it doesn't look
Um,
quite as big as that other
yeah.
number.
So what the Browns got in return was Jared Verse, who is in his own
He's
right a
good.
very good defensive player. Now he's not Myles Garrett, but I thought this was funny. I saw today on the plane. So Jared Verse is on defense, but he wears number 8, which is weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, also Dylan Gabriel wears
Uh-huh.
number, and he kind of thought like he was going to get paid for the number because that's kind of what guys do if
Right.
they come and they want their number back, they'll like pay you, and sometimes some obscene amount of money. Nothing, no conversation, just took the number.
Yeah. As
Which
well he should. Dylan's not been in the league long enough to
Yeah,
do
like,
anything.
sir, what are you doing?
Yeah,
So
you're not even a starter.
this is to me this is terrifying though because the Rams are just getting better and better, and now one Mr. Aaron Donald, who was, I would argue,
I know.
maybe even the best of all time at that position, has said that this has definitely reignited a thought to come back. Now he retired very early
Yeah.
in his career, which
did
was
see that the internet, someone has started a petition. I guess his wife is not really wanting him to come back, and so they've started a petition for her to allow him to come back.
yeah. But I have seen where a lot of people have been saying like, oh, he should go to the Patriots or this or that. If he comes back, y'all, he's coming back because of Myles Garrett, and he's going to play with him in LA. So
Right. That's what he wants.
yeah, so that would be, I got to tell you that as a Chiefs fan or a fan of any other team,
Yeah.
that's
I
terrifying.
think if I was playing him that week, I'd go out with like a non-contact injury and
Yeah,
just be like,
I would like,
she's gonna be out
yes,
a week.
hangnail something. I don't know. But in finally news that we can say is official, AJ Brown is now officially a New England Patriot. And this
Yeah.
has been the most long, drawn out, odd scenario. But not only did he go ahead and sign with the Patriots this week, within moments of the announcement, he sat down with our friend Maria Taylor.
He sure did. She's a
And
great interviewer.
She's so good. And man, could she be more beautiful?
Listen, I don't think so.
I just really don't believe so. But he did address some of the rumors between the I guess frost that has developed between he and
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts. It sounds like the friendship is definitely on a pause.
Yeah.
And we have seen a lot of the rumors that are going around as potentially there may be some like issues in the relationships, their wives, and all of that.
He specifically came out and said, like, we've just drifted apart. There was no incident, not between us, not between our wives, not between anything. So
So that's what
who
we go with
knows?
here on this show. But I did think it was interesting. He said that even while playing for the Eagles, he never got rid of the New England Patriots rug he had in his
I
house.
saw that. Listen, is he going to be one of those players that like goes to a different team and then just comes to life even more? And you're like, dang, you
Oh,
still had it in the tank.
I saw some clips of his. Judge showed me some clips last night of AJ's first practice at OTAs with Drake May,
Yeah.
and it was unreal. Like it was the AJ Brown we were used to.
Okay.
And he was just, there was a pep in his step. So I don't know. Great for the Patriots, great for AJ to be somewhere where he's wanted, where he wants to be. I think it's just
You're
best
a
for
good
him.
coach. Listen, you just need
Yeah, I just think it's where, I think it's good for everyone. I saw where Jordan Mayata and somebody else just said, like, thank God this is over. Like, it, because that kind of stuff is toxic in a locker room, even if you still
Here's the
like
thing.
them.
I also think that the whole Jordan Mailata, Lane Johnson, Landon Dickerson, I kind of think that they probably have a clique.
Oh, yeah, they are
And
definitely
it's,
like the mean
I
girls.
would venture to guess they are also part of the problem.
Well, I mean, they are some of my favorites, but yeah, I totally
I do
agree.
like them, yeah,
I
but
think
I
of
think they're
any
problematic in the
team,
locker.
if any team that like at least we follow, there I mean, there's a bazillion teams that I don't pay one lick of attention to, but of teams that we kind of keep a pulse on, they're the most clicky team in the NFL.
But I think that's because you're coaches too.
Well, your coach is a buffoon, so I
Yeah.
can't help you there. But also the New York Giants this week signed about 387 wide receivers because they're like, you know what? We just saw Malik Neighbors in this celebrity softball tournament. It doesn't look like he can even run.
No. And Cam Scattaboo is dumber than a box of rocks when it comes to
Yeah.
staying healthy for your career.
Yeah.
And
Well, and
Jackson
I'm
Dart,
just
we
being
can't
honest,
have
like
him
even
running.
even talent wise, Cam's got he does not have what it takes to get him to the next level. So they got our boy JuJu Smith Schuster from the or Schuster Smith, whichever way it goes, from the Chiefs.
Yep.
I'm sad. I like JuJu a lot,
I
but
do.
it doesn't hurt the Chiefs like production wise, but I just like
Yeah.
him. So I'm happy for him that he landed somewhere good though.
Yeah.
They re-signed Odell Beckham Jr. for a reunion. I'm kind of excited for him.
Yeah.
I hope he can stay healthy, his knees and stuff, but I'm excited for him, like, because this is probably it. And what better
Right.
way to go out than retiring with the team that you started with? And then Braxton Berrios, the former boyfriend of Alex Earl, who has been with the Dolphins and then the Texans. I think it's a good fit for him.
I do too. I just really like him. He's never going to be like your number one, but I
Hmm.
think he does still add quite a bit of value to any team that he goes to.
Again, got to stay healthy. We got a lot of
Yeah.
receivers this week, and none of them have ever stayed healthy.
Well, I
So,
wonder if that's why a lot of teams seem to be signing even more receivers because we're going through them a lot faster.
well, I think that, and I'm not quite sure what we're thinking in Kansas City because, as we talked about last week with Rasheed, like, can we really depend on you being out of jail in time? Like, or are you going to get hurt again? Like,
Right.
Lord. So I don't know, but also in football news, the new Madden 27 cover was released on New Heights this week.
I could not have been happier.
Really? Caleb
Well, because
Williams.
everybody that goes on the cover gets injured and sucks.
Okay. So there is this thing called the Madden Curse. It appears
I
it's
believe it too.
it's pretty well proven. This is not one of those things that I fell for.
Yeah.
This is like pretty much every guy that gets on the cover, some like Christian McCaffrey. Then he tore up his feet. And like, I mean,
Yeah.
so now Caleb Williams is on the cover in a very odd format. Like he's like
Yeah.
completely almost in the Michael Jordan-esque pose.
Mhm.
Um Okay, that's the best we had, or has it gotten to the point where guys are like, hell no, I will
That's
not be
what
on
I'm
that.
wondering. Can you say I don't want to?
I mean, I would. I'd be
Don't
like,
use my image.
no, thank you.
I feel like Caleb's one of those that he doesn't believe the curse.
No, because
He's
he's
like,
gonna
put
do
me
some
on.
like fingernail polish and it's gonna fix it
Yeah,
all. But
yeah. So here's to
um,
hoping that the curse continues.
listen, I mean, Godspeed, my friend.
Yeah.
Um, let's talk some basketball with our new basketball
Okay,
fan.
that's fine.
First of all, non-finals related. Steph Curry, did you hear about this new deal he signed?
You put something in the notes and I had not heard anything about it.
So Steph Curry, the Curry brand, shoes, clothes, everything, has been long time with, is it Under Armour?
It's Under Armour that he's been.
Okay, that could be fake news, but now he has signed with, I believe you pronounce this Li-Ning, which is a Chinese company. Um, listen, this deal is in the billions with a B.
Again, some of these players really invest and make good money.
In other Steph Curry news, he is opening not just another one of Aisha's International Smoke restaurants, but a Ritz-Carlton himself with one of her restaurants in it in downtown Charlotte.
Okay.
So I gotta tell you, Mr. Curry, first of all, he knows we're towards the end.
Yes.
And some of these guys, I don't understand why these younger guys don't look at guys like Steph, like Travis, like make some moves that like take care of the rest of your life.
Yeah, because
I
so many
mean,
of them have even said like they'll get in commercials or whatever, and they like we just live off of that endorsement money so that we can squirrel this other stuff away. Like you have to do something because
yeah,
once you're used to that level of income, once it stops, but your lifestyle didn't change, all these guys are filing
yeah,
for bankruptcy.
yeah. I mean, it's impressive to me. But all right, so your San Antonio Spurs, since we last talked,
Yes.
defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder in Oklahoma City,
Yeah, they did.
and
Yeah, they did.
the horns were horning.
Horns were honking.
Can't even talk.
They were honking.
Yeah,
It gets
was it crazy
crazy.
that night?
It gets crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So NBA
Listen, I
Finals.
had to coach so hard that game.
Oh
It
man, did
just
you?
took it out of me. And I think tonight I'm not going to have to coach as much because I genuinely love both of these teams. I like both of their coaches. I like both of
Yeah.
their players. So,
But we're starting in San Antonio, correctly? Correct.
yes, here in
Yeah.
Sydney. Words.
That's
Words.
listen.
Yep. They're at
Um.
Frost Arena tonight.
So that is tell you, you know how I feel about home court advantage or home field. So I feel like you're gonna get some horns tonight.
1,000,000%. We're getting there's watch parties all over the city.
Yeah.
They play better here. But people show up. Listen, the cheapest seats I think were $1,400, which compared to Super Bowl prices is super cheap. But
Yeah.
$1,400 at that arena, not worth it.
So you're not going?
No, no.
Okay.
But also for those kind of games, again, if it's a game that like I really don't care about, I'll go watch it in person. But when it's something like this, I want to see the sweat. I want to see the
Okay.
replays. I want to see the facial expressions on the coaches.
Yeah.
I
So
need
you
to.
need the TV experience.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it. So the Knicks Spurs finals. I'm happy with either team. Judd,
Same.
Mr. SGA fan himself, was going into game 7 wanting a Wemby jersey. He's all in on it. And you know why? And I gotta tell you, I don't have a lot of proud parenting moments a lot of times, but this one really brightened my heart. You know why he's a Wemby fan right now?
Why?
Apparently, in game 6, towards the end of game 6, another player on the Spurs, I think he said he was a rookie. I don't know. This came from Judd.
Williams.
Was getting obliterated by the coach.
Yep.
And he said that Wemby went over to him, slings that big 38-foot arm around him, and is like, got it. Like, it's like, it's okay.
Yep.
We got this. We got this. And that's what made Judd a Wemby fan.
Listen, these kids are watching.
They really are. They really are. And there are kids like Judd that, like, I mean,
It matters.
every moment. And for a kid who's a really good athlete, but also can get real defeated real quick, it was
Yeah.
so good for him to, like, that's why he liked him.
Yeah.
So did I buy it? Yes. Yeah. It is on its way.
I was driving into the office the other day, and of course, like on the side of the road, there's,
Oh,
tents
kiosk
that everybody
everywhere.
can buy, t-shirts and all the things. There was this giant, I'm talking like the size of the side of the tent,
Mm-hmm.
cardboard cutout of Wemby from like chest up. This thing was massive.
Oh, it would have to be.
That's fantastic. I
Yeah.
love it so much. I don't know where I would put it, but I was like, I should.
Well, it could just be right there in the background. It would be perfect. So I guess I know you like both teams, but are you going with the home team? Is that your
I am
prediction?
hoping that they win, but I truly will be genuinely excited for either team. I think this will be a really fun series to watch because I do like both teams.
Yeah.
I'll be excited to see the Knicks win. I'll be excited to see the
Yeah.
Spurs win. So
I think it's going to get to a game 6 or 7 situation. I don't think that
selfishly, I hope so.
there's not going to be a sweep here. I just don't think it's possible.
No.
And honestly, if things are scripted like everyone says, they're not going to get swept because they got to
They
make
make
the money.
more money when it goes longer.
Yeah. But I don't see it. I really see this as like a really good matchup. I'm
Mhm.
excited. But my thought right now is like game 6 or 7, and then the Spurs win.
Okay. I'm not mad about it.
We'll see. I could be
Yeah.
wrong. I will say I did not even realize, but one huge athlete in the history of Arkansas basketball is Corliss Williamson, and he was a part of the 1993 team that won the national championship.
Okay.
His kids go to the same school that Judd went to in Arkansas, but he's an assistant coach for the Spurs.
Okay. I didn't know that. Well, there you
So,
go.
a little hometown connection there. Anyway, any other sporting news that we have not brought up that you have to bring to the table?
I mean, I don't know that we ever talked about Ed Orgeron going back to LSU.
We did not, but nothing makes me happier. The combination of Ed
Can't wait to
Orgeron
see it.
and Lane Kiffin. I mean, can you imagine those locker rooms?
I mean, no. No
And
wonder
listen,
that they've probably had to put some kind of a social media rule in place. The two of them,
listen. And they probably got handlers out the wazoo, but also
absolutely.
they are flipping recruits like, I mean, people are going there like in a heartbeat and coming from Texas, Alabama, like
Yeah.
Ohio State, like
Not these little piddly players. They're getting
no, these are not JUCO boys looking for a shot. So it's terrifying again, but
I think
yeah,
Ole Miss this year is going to crumble under Pete.
I do too. I don't think I'm a fan of him.
I am not. The more stuff that has come out, I'm like, oh, I feel like you've got a chip on your shoulder, and it's not. It doesn't look
Yeah.
like you.
Yeah, I don't really understand it, and I don't I don't love it. I don't love the way the Trinidad Chambliss thing has gone either. Like at some
Boy.
point you got to call it good.
Yeah,
Like
we got to be done.
we got to move on.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
So that was it.
All right. Well, we got some good questions today. I was kind of
did.
excited. There's some new ones that came in, and then there's one I believe we have answered before, but I thought it was worth bringing back, but I don't know if we really did. But this week they announced the Actors on Actors interview schedule, and I sent it to you. I thought there were a couple of really good ones
There's
I'm
some good
excited about.
ones.
If you're not familiar with that series, basically they pick two actors who are somehow connected, like they've either done a film together or they're friends or something like that.
Yep.
And they interview each other. And they're always really good interviews,
So
even
much
with
better
people I
than
don't
one
like.
another.
But so Alex asked, Actors on Actors interview series is always highly interesting to me. Just the cross-pollination of, which, thank you for the large word, of stars alone is fascinating. Who would be some good matchups for the series if it were just celebs on celebs, not just actors? Which I thought, that might be a great TV show idea, Alex.
Yeah.
Okay, who'd you come up with?
So I thought a Saban Belichick one would be fantastic
Oh, I like that.
to see
Okay.
that. I would love to see a Saban Pat McAfee. I know we get them on College Game Day, but kind of in a different setting. I would enjoy seeing that. And then I would also love a Taylor Swift Paul McCartney one.
Now they have done an interview together before, but not in this facet, which that
Right.
was a bit of Taylor news we did skip Taylor's not big on social media anymore,
No.
but she did post this week that because Paul McCartney announced he has an album coming out,
Yep. She
and she
posted it.
posted it on her story, so
Yep.
that's rare for her. That would be a good one, yeah.
Which ones did you come up with?
So I went with of course I had a Taylor one. I went with Taylor and Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay.
And then I also went with I went with Lane Kiffin and Nick Saban.
Oh, I would love that.
Because there's some drama there. But
Absolutely.
also like
But
there's
a lot
like
of respect there too.
yeah, so I don't know, I'd like to see that. And then I also went with and her name just completely left my brain. Oh, Alex Morgan, thank you.
Okay.
And this is where I'm going to cross-pollinate my sports. Alex Morgan and Caitlin Clark.
Ooh, I like that.
Because I would just be interested to see, because, Alex is obviously done with her career.
Mm-hmm.
She's really leaning hard in the family lane as she's having number 3.
Yep.
Caitlin's at the beginning of her career, hasn't started a family, both kind of the face of their sport at the time.
Yep.
So I'm real interested to see that. I think it'd be a great conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Also, I left this out of the sports because it just re-clicked in my brain. Did you happen to see the clips from the WNBA last night?
Brittany
Griner body slammed Angel Reese, and I gotta tell you,
Griner fan, but I was last night.
Listen, she got a flagrant foul for it, and I was like, listen, if she gets fined, I may contribute. Because
as soon as she got that flagrant, she was like, worth it.
Yep. And everyone else there was thinking, worth it. So anyway, okay, this is from Jesse, which I thought was funny that your name is Jesse, Taylor Swift, Toy Story. It all worked perfect. Because we had a lot of Toy Story questions, but I had to go with this one just because your name was Jesse. So this says Taylor Swift is returning to her country roots for a new Toy Story 5 song. Is this a one-off soundtrack moment or the start of a full country comeback?
I just don't know that I ever see her doing a full country album yet. Now with her, you can never say never, but it just doesn't seem like a lane I feel like she's gonna go back to, because she's already done it. And she's not one that's like, if I've done it, let's go back and revisit. Like she just keeps reinventing. I can see her doing these kind of like special projects that might have like a country feel, country song to it. But I would be shocked if she went back and did any kind of like a country album. Could you see her doing that?
No. I think the closest she's going to come is that indie vibe like she had with Folklore and Evermore. But I will ask, do you think this is a precursor to debut Taylor's version?
I mean, there's a snake in my boot. You could say that that's Easter egg.
I mean, I don't know either. But no, I don't think this is like a full country comeback. I don't think that
It just depends on how expensive that wedding gets and how much money they're going to need.
I think we can cover it. We could take up an offering plate if we need to, but yeah, no, I don't ever see her doing a full country comeback. I am interested to see what she does next because she does reinvent herself so much.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a limit to that in a sense.
Yes.
I mean, it's not like she's going to do some punk rock album.
Right.
I mean, I say that, Lord, I don't know. Or heavy metal or rap or anything like. So, but no, if she's going to redo anything, it does not strike me as country because I feel like that world is too small for her now. And I also think, honestly, she doesn't fit into that world anymore.
No.
Like with the political stances and things like that, I just don't think it's.
No, that's not.
And honestly, country music's gotten so influencer heavy and like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up we have, and this is a really good question, and we should have brought this up earlier in the sports conversation too. This is from Rose. Which streaming service currently has the best content right now? We're going to answer that, but something we didn't bring up is that Congress is finally taking up some conversation about the fact that we have to have 285 streaming services to see sports.
Like, I just miss basic cable. You know what I mean? When everything was just already on.
It's too much, but anyway, we're going to follow that because I'm excited to see what comes of that. What service do you think right now is the best.
So right now I've been on a Netflix kick lately, and that's more so because it's got Running Point, the Four Seasons. It's really had some good documentaries. Martin Short has one that just came out, and I cannot wait to watch that one. That's on my list. So that's kind of like the kick I've been on, but really I go back between that one and like HBO Max. It just depends on what mood I'm in, but Netflix is what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, I would say like overall I'm a Netflixer because again, the documentaries, I feel like too, unless you want to pay on Amazon Prime, it's good if you need to pick up a good kids movie for the family movie night. It's got a lot of good series on it that are like replaying.
Mhm.
And I do feel like their original content that they put out is just a little bit better. Honestly, I forget we have Hulu.
Yeah.
Um, the only other one, I mean, the boys watch it, and Aaron watch a lot of the Disney one because they catch all the Marvel
Okay.
blah and all that, which there
Right.
has been big Marvel news this week. The new Avengers trailer came out. Aaron apparently was very disappointed in it. I don't know how Doug felt.
Okay. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. But yeah, I'm a Netflixer because much to Aaron's disdain, I love cooking shows.
Yeah.
I love the documentaries. I love home makeover shows. I'm like totally
They
here
just
for
seem to
it.
have a much more robust
Yeah.
like catalog of things you can watch of
Yeah.
new stuff, but also things that like I just want Big Bang on in the background. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
so if you're looking to only spend money on one,
That seems
it's
more
really a
bang for
tough
your
call though because we also have YouTube TV. So it depends on what you're here for. If you just need
buck.
entertainment, I'd go Netflix. If you're a sports person, you're gonna need YouTube TV
Yeah, that's the only one I think we've
along with
never
13
bought.
other apps, but
It's like we have everything else, but we've never done the YouTube TV one. I
it's
just
expensive.
can't. I can't do one more streaming service. Plus, we have like cable. Like, I'm over it.
Well, you probably still have a rotary phone too because nobody else still has cable.
You know that landline?
Yeah. Okay, this is from Sonia, or it could be Sonia. Which celebrity gets too much criticism and which celebrity gets a free pass too often? I'm
I
very
like
interested to see who
this.
you say on this question.
Now, I do feel like Taylor Swift gets too much criticism because part of
Agreed.
it, Jet used her relationships, her business decisions, so that I also think that Meghan Markle gets a lot, but I do think that hers is warranted. So I'm going to say that that's okay.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I thought you were about to apologize for her for that, and I was like,
No.
what is happening? Okay.
Yeah. So that's who I picked. Do you want to do my who gets a free pass or do you want to do yours
Yeah,
first?
let me hear your free pass too.
So my free pass, I feel like Oprah has gotten too much of a free
Oh
pass.
yeah. Flies
She
under the
just,
radar about everything. And you know she's connected
yeah,
to all kinds of dirt.
she's very problematic in
Yeah.
her endorsements and her relationships. And with her level of influence, I feel like everybody's just like, yeah, she's crazy. And then they move about their day. I'm like, but she's crazy.
And like
Nobody seems to care.
literally she's friends with all of these people who are in trouble.
Yeah. I
Um
love it.
so I've got some spicy takes, I think. I don't know if it's spicy. We have had some people come for me before for one of the comments I'm gonna make, so we'll see. I agreed, like I think Taylor gets too much criticism for sure.
Mhm.
But in what is a spicy take, I think, from me, you know who I think gets too much criticism?
Who?
And this is gonna be weird. Kim, Kim Kardashian.
You know what? I agree.
Listen, the whole snake thing during the rep and all that
Right.
era.
She's paid her penance. She had to be married to Kanye.
Listen, I mean, she is really like she has stepped up to raise 4 children, and I can guarantee you that Kim Kardashian didn't want 4 kids. Like,
And I guarantee you those kids aren't easy.
no,
You know what I mean?
no, especially
She's
North. I
got
can
little
tell you.
Kanye's running around, and that's got to take a toll.
But also, I mean, she really does do a lot of good for a lot of people who have been, wrongly convicted. Whether she ever passes the bar or not, probably not. But I just think that, like, and she makes a lot of really good business decisions.
Truly.
And so I don't know. I feel like in her dating life, I almost feel bad for her because it's like anytime they talk to anybody, it becomes a thing. Now, all that to say, I do believe Kris Jenner puts a lot of that out there on purpose. But
Yeah.
I think that those girls get as annoyed with her as we get annoyed with her.
100%.
So
But they also realize Mama's helping us bring in the money. So, you
yeah,
know,
yeah, that's true. I mean, she has made them. For who gets a free pass too
huh?
often, I went with Ryan Reynolds for one.
Yes.
I've got two. My second one's even spicier. So the first one I went with Ryan Reynolds because obviously through this whole Blake thing, we've seen through text and emails just a side of Ryan that honestly I didn't know existed.
It's ugly.
It's just, and then to see him like on social media presenting him how we've always thought of him, like kind of like the goody goody two shoes, it's just kind of sickening
Yeah.
at this point. And then the other one I got for you is Beyonce.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Okay,
Oh,
so
it's
go ahead
spicy, but I like it.
Go ahead, Beehive. Now listen, we don't know what is AI, what is not, but there were some videos and some documentation that was released this week throughout the Diddy stuff that involved Beyonce. Now,
Hmm.
do I think there was some AI in it? Possibly, but we know that she was in that world.
Yeah.
So I'm just
Yeah.
saying that
I think
I
that her
just
husband has made her problematic, but listen, you've stayed with him.
you
So,
stayed with him through a whole lot of things you shouldn't have stayed.
yep,
So
that's on you,
that's
girl.
on you.
Yep.
So yep.
No, I
Go ahead
like
and
that.
come for me, Beehive. It's fine. Okay, this is from Molly. If you could bring back one canceled TV show for one more season, what would it be?
I loved this question. Part of me like went back to the old school, like Family Matters and Step by Step.
Oh gosh, okay, yeah.
I was just like, as kids, that was
Nostalgia.
shows we could watch. I
Yeah.
would love though for one more season of either Big Bang Theory, because you end it right when we find out like Penny's pregnant. You could have done a
Oh
whole
yeah,
other
it would be
season.
interesting to see that. Yeah.
Yeah. The other one would be Friends, because I need to see Ross and Rachel married and in a healthy relationship with no breaks for a while. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I need a full season where they're not,
Okay, I'll be honest, I thought you were gonna say Friends. I don't know why, but I felt like you were gonna go there.
yeah.
It's pretty
See,
good.
yeah.
I
I
had
can't say Grey's
two.
Anatomy because we're still going. We're
Yeah.
still going.
And I can pick one that should be canceled. So now did you see Ellen Pompeo and Shonda Rhimes are starting a spinoff in Texas?
I sure did. Listen, they got to end the first one, but I can't pick up a spinoff of this. I'm
Listen,
exhausted.
I'm exhausted with all the spinoffs I've had to pick up from Yellowstone. I mean, they're
Listen,
fantastic,
you
but
have had to pick up quite a few.
I mean, a ton. Speaking of, I saw an interview with Taylor Sheridan yesterday. I do not like him. Um,
No,
but the
I
man
can
puts
tell.
out some great shows.
Does.
I got two as well. I went with Private Practice. You know, I loved that.
Loved that
There
show.
was so much more they could have done.
They really could have.
And I just felt like we wasted to go back to more Grey's Anatomy.
Well, and I think Shonda was probably branching out to some of her other shows too. So she was like, I can only do one medical right now.
Well, actually, I have three. I'm sorry. The second one is I need to know what happens now on Gilmore Girls and who is the father of Rory's baby.
Okay.
Like, I need to know what happens next.
That's fair.
I know the show changed when the grandfather died. Like, I get it. I get it. It's a
No.
tough thing. And apparently I don't think that Lorelai and Rory got along in real life, but that's
Oh,
fine. It's fine.
right. Listen,
Like,
somebody writes a check and I bet they could figure out how to get
I,
along.
listen, I know I could.
Yeah.
The other one I wanted to continue, and it just left my brain, the name of the show, the one Travis was on with Niecy Nash that I loved, that I told you couldn't watch.
Oh, yeah. Like horrors, nightmare.
That's terrible because hold on, I can't just like not talk about the name. It's a weird name. It starts with a G, I'm convinced. Yeah,
Grotesque.
Grotesquerie. Ryan Murphy's
Thank you.
show. The reason I needed to finish is because I'm still not sure what the hell happened.
Okay.
Like I can't figure out, was she dreaming? Was she in a coma? Did this all really happen? Where are we now? Is she awake? Is she married to Sterling K. Brown again? I just have a
Okay.
lot of questions. Did Travis really end up with Precious, the girl from Precious? Like, I I just really need more.
That's fair. Those are some
And
big questions that I feel need
and
to
I
be answered.
really love Niecy Nash. So
She's
I
fantastic.
I was watching, somehow it got on my algorithm, the Jeffrey Dahmer show
Uh,
movie, series or whatever it was. And Niecy is his neighbor in there that's like complaining about him constantly. She's just so good. I just freaking
She's
love
so
her.
good. Listen, her character in All's Fair, the Kim Kardashian legal series,
Yeah,
I
so
love her
good.
character. So good.
She's so good in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her. Are you ready for some Y Factor?
Let's do some Y Factor.
All right, what are you not liking this week besides tomato juice? You can't, or zing zang. You can't go with that.
That's fair. What I'm not liking this week, this is really just particular to me, is I don't like working with people who um, don't do anything and then attempt to take credit for everything that's completed.
You sort of paused when you said, I don't really like working with people. You paused, and I was like,
Well, that's true too.
okay, okay, got it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's just really been what I've dealt with this week. And it's one thing like leadership knows that this person is just taking credit but did nothing, but it still irks me that
yeah,
they're dumb enough to think that the rest of us don't know that I saved.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So that's really
yeah.
just been my thing.
I can get in with that. Yeah. I've had a lot of feelings having left multiple jobs
Yeah,
recently.
you did.
Life is great now, I will say. But I've dealt with some feelings about like acting as if somebody didn't really make a huge impact just because they're gone. I've dealt
Yeah.
with some feelings around that too. In a similar vein. That's not what I'm not liking, because honestly, I'm so happy to be done. I don't care. What I'm not liking is, I don't know if there's a term for this. Is it like preteen? Like the
Preteen.
10-year-old vibe.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Preteen.
know what is that preteen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The emotions. And I can tell you right now, if I had a girl, listen, I would be in a
It's an
white,
Asbury thing. I never dealt with the preteen.
oh, yo.
Maybe also we don't feel our feelings. I feel like you're much more of like a let's talk it out. And I'm like, zip it up, let's go.
Well, I mean, listen, we go to enough therapy and I pay enough therapy bills that I'm supposed to talk it out. I don't want to talk about it. That is
See?
not a Mandy thing at all. A Mandy thing is
No.
you just shut up and just keep it moving.
Yeah. That's how we were
Uh,
raised. And look at us.
yeah, like we don't talk about our problems. Why are you crying? But the tornado of emotions that comes with a child with ADHD, people do not understand that. Do you call it a disease? Like that medical issue.
I guess I don't know what I've called it with mine.
People don't get it. And it's so different for every single kid that has it. But for our
Yes.
kid, it is a tornado of emotions as
Yeah.
well. And holy moly, I can't keep up. Because one minute the world is fine, and then the next minute we are in like a full tantrum. And yes, my child's in therapy, so please don't suggest that. I spend a lot of money on therapy and medicine, so I don't need all your help.
Yeah. Listen,
But
science, we believe in it.
I'm ready for the phase of life where he finds some confidence
Yeah.
and leans into the emotional skill set that I'm paying a lot of money for you to learn to be able to handle your emotions
Yeah.
in a
When do we
productive.
think that comes?
Listen, I'm a lot of money in, and that's
Not
the
soon.
email that I sent to Miss Rachel today asked the same question. Like, we'll be there Friday, but I need to know when I'm going to see some improvement,
Right.
or do I need to find someone new? It's just a lot, and it's heartbreaking as a parent too,
Yeah.
because you want to fix it, and because especially when they say to you like, why do I feel this way? Why is my brain like this? Well, hell if I know. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know, because we were never allowed to have emotions this
No.
extreme. I don't even think we could have emotions in general, but
Not-
definitely not extreme ones.
If you were going to cry, you needed to go to a room so that no one had to see it.
And
You'll-
don't do it loudly. And
No.
please don't you slam that door on the way.
No. And when you
Yeah,
come out, you
so
better look like you
it's
had
like-
been crying.
I don't know if I dislike the phase for him or for the pressure it puts on us. And also the like, how do you, now I've got to figure out how to parent, because my
Yeah.
example is not going to be helpful in this situation. So it's not my favorite.
No. Well, but I think you've also pinpointed it. Like every kid is so different. Even kids with ADHD, like yours has ADHD, both of mine do, but both of mine are completely different in what comes from their ADHD as well.
Yeah.
So like,
Well, and Judd, and I'm just airing his dirty laundry, but Like, I mean, he has a lot of anxiety and depression too because we've lost very pivotal parts of our lives. And I
closely
think
together.
that yeah, and I think that's an intense thing that like even as an adult, it's hard to navigate. And then you team it with an ADHD mind who already suffers with a little bit of sadness already and anxiety. And
Yeah,
it's a whirlpool of a disaster. And I gotta tell you, I'm just not
yeah,
loving it.
that's
Just
fair.
not loving it. But what I will say I am loving, I'm going to jump ahead of you because this ties
Okay.
to this. I need to redeem him a little. I have a couple things, but he's really leaning into us now.
I love
Like last night, he wanted to lay in bed and watch football highlights with me.
that. Okay.
And so it's like, okay, you do see us as a safe place again.
Yeah.
And so I think are we turning, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but
Sure.
maybe we're turning the corner.
Maybe.
That's the first thing I'm liking. But
Okay.
tell me what else you're liking, and then I got to pull up my list to give you my other ones.
So what I'm liking, and I had texted you this weekend just to make sure that you had seen it, but I binged season 2 of Running Point.
Yep. Yeah.
God, it was so good. I
Yeah.
really,
How did you like it in comparison to season one, though?
um, I I would say I didn't like it as well,
Same. Yeah.
but I think season 1 was like so new and just the
Mhm.
storyline kept going. But season 2, I was like, man, how are they going to top that? And I don't think that they topped it, but I think that they made it almost just as good. Because listen,
Mhm.
it made me sit there and want to watch episode after episode after episode and
Yeah.
not
I binged
watch
it. Like, I
just.
think I watched it all in a day, I want to say.
I did too, yeah. So, no, it was so good. And I loved when they added Ray Romano in there. I was like, I don't know that I'm going to love how his character
I
is.
thought it was a weird vibe,
It
but
was a
it
weird
worked.
vibe, but I kind of liked him towards the end. And I was like, okay. Now, I didn't feel like they left us on as much of like a cliffhanger at the end of season 2 as they did with season 1. So, which I was thankful for, like my anxiety was thankful for.
Well, I don't know, though, because, oh boy, the old coach that she was hooking up
Well, no,
with
there's
going to
going to
the
be
art
some like
company. Yeah.
relationship drama there, but to me, the hook at season 1 when the brother came back from rehab, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this could really go sideways,
And it
felt
did
like
for
a
a
much
second. Yeah.
bigger, yeah. But it
Yeah.
was so good. Like every episode was so good.
The one thing about that show, I love that show. The one thing about that show I think is weird, and I'm not good with ages, but Brenda Song, who is
I
married,
love her
and
so much.
I didn't know that I did, but um, she's I think right so much younger in real life than Kate Hudson,
I think so, yes.
but yet they're like, and there was a lot of leaning into their friendship in this season where like they went
They
to
went to
college together and
college
all that stuff, and
together.
so it was like insinuating they were of the same age, and so I kind of struggled a little bit with that, but um.
Brenda's
No, it's really
38.
good. If you haven't watched that show and y'all are looking for something to binge,
Oh yeah, there's almost a 10-year age difference.
yes, I don't know. I do feel, but I think also because I will always associate her back to like the Disney Channel,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so like in my mind, she's never grown up, and she's a grown woman with
yeah,
children. So, that's yeah, it's a really good one.
yeah. What are you
Did you have
loving?
anything else?
Nope, that was it.
I believe I have mentioned an episode of the Good Hang podcast with Amy Poehler before
Yes, God, love
because I
it.
just really enjoy her interview style. But this week she had Tom Holland. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
She had Tom Holland on, and she
So
also has
good.
this thing in the beginning of her interviews with somebody that she always calls or Zooms like a friend of theirs, a former co-star, whatever, family member sometimes, and kind of gets like their take on the person, and then also gets some questions from them to ask the person. And I really think that's a
Fun.
cool idea.
Yeah.
So she called, well, I call him Ned because the guy from Spider-Man, his name I think is really Jacob, but Tom Holland's best friend in
Uh-huh.
Spider-Man. She calls him, and they actually are like childhood friends.
Okay.
So it was really cute to see that start of their story, and just how like loyal and like Tom Holland is legitimately like what we think he is. And so
Yes.
I love that, first of all.
He
After
seems like such a normal guy when he
Yeah,
talks. And you're like, I
the
bet you do
interview is,
live a
if you
normal
haven't watched the whole interview, it's fantastic. I saw a bunch of clips on TikTok, so much so that I went and
Yeah.
like downloaded it so I could watch
Oh,
it.
nice.
It's so good. And I love the way that he is very normal. I love the way he's very close to this family. And they're a very normal family. He's really funny.
Yeah.
But also he's very like engaging in the sense of like, I literally think I could run into him and carry on a conversation like I would with an old friend.
Yeah.
But I also love when he talks about his relationship with Zendaya. He doesn't, they don't talk about their relationship, but like and he doesn't even call her by her name. Like, so he has this drink line. It's not alcoholic beer because he had a drinking problem. And he was talking about this summer, they're coming out with summer shandies. And they're doing that because Zendaya has never been a drinker. So, of course, the taste of beer to her is like disgusting. And so he did this for her, but he just referred to her as Z.
Z. Yeah.
And I just, I really liked that. But he also talked about another story that I really found interesting because, again, you've got somebody who looks like they're 10. Okay. I mean, he's 5'6". That doesn't help. But he's got the Timothée Chalamet baby face. And so I never think of them in the sense of like I don't know, like a Brad Pitt coming on the scene of a movie or anything. But he talked about how they were filming this next Spider-Man, and there was a scene that was him and Zendaya, and he asked her, he was like, is this scene working for you? And she was like, no, it's not. And so he was like, okay. So they went and talked to the directors and were like, hey, this isn't working. And so they sent everyone home and spent that night rewriting the scene.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, I get it. He's Spider-Man. So, like, he has some creative leeway. But I think in my head, because he seems so young.
Right? You would think he
doesn't. Like, he wouldn't carry, like, they'd be like, shut up and get your lines out, you know?
Right.
But I thought it was really cool. And just their vibe, I'm telling you right now, it would be like if Taylor and Travis broke up for me. I would be devastated. Yeah. Because they just seem so like
perfect for each other.
Like wholesome. I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah. But it's a really fantastic interview if you haven't. His life is also as young as he is. I think he's only like 30.
Yeah, he's very young.
Which is sad that I'm saying that's so young, but compared to us it is. Like he's had a very interesting life already. But Ned or Jacob tells a lot of stories about like them coming up in the industry.
Yeah.
And he was wearing this Rolex and, you know, because he's never done anything, I mean, that we know of besides Spider-Man. And he was like, I hate to brag, but he even bought me this Rolex. And he was like, I was just at my bachelor party in Vegas. And I was like, yes, my very, very good friend bought me this. But it was just cool to see that, like, I don't know. It's a really good interview. I think anybody should watch it.
Yep. Oh, I like that.
All right. Well, I think that's all I got for 111.
That's it.
All right. Well, you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next week. We will have heard the new Taylor song.
Yes. We'll know how NBA goes tonight.
Yep. We'll be a couple of games in by the time we record again, and we'll drop some thoughts in the stories on Instagram about the song when it comes out. So follow us on Instagram so you can see what we think in real time.
Yes. Yep.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye, y'all.